What up, you fucking hooligans? Today was like day one of working on the stunt Goldwing, and I didn't vlog any of it. So, here's where we're at. The Liberty Stunt Wing, which is this guy right here. I'll do a better walk around video here in a minute. The Liberty Stunt Wing. So basically, I heard that one of my buddies had a Goldwing and he didn't really want it anymore. He just kind of wanted to get rid of it. Didn't really care about it. He had picked it up with intentions of working on it, fixing it, making it something, making it running and riding, I guess, if you will. And didn't quite get to the project, which honestly this thing is in really rough condition. So in my opinion, I don't even know if it would have been worth it for him to do that. But anyway, we got in contact, and basically I got into the Goldwing stuff, and I was looking for a Goldwing that was in pretty rough condition. I wanted it for either free or basically next to nothing. So after he and I talked a little bit, we got a plan basically together for him to bring it down to San Diego and give it to me, and I've had it for a few months now. Before anything, I wanted to see if it ran before I just spent a bunch of time and work and money into it. I wanted to see if it would run. So I put the fuel pump from my Goldwing into this Goldwing. I got it running, so I was like, all right, it seems good enough. So seems like I could put a little bit of money into it, and it won't be a complete waste of time. So I first started off by working on some of the components that weren't functioning correctly. Unfortunately, I didn't film any of that stuff, but I can show you kind of what I did. I definitely need to get better at filming everything, but all the hydraulic components on the bike were not working. They were all seized up or just not functioning. So the two front brakes, or the two front components that are hydraulic, were just not functioning at all. And then the rear brake was not functioning as well. The front two pieces were not, they were seized up. So they're little cylinders that slide back and forth when you're running your brakes, like a front master cylinder. When you pull in this lever, it's actually pushing a cylinder in and out, which is shoving fluid into the system. And it's allowing your caliper to compress onto the rotor. Your hydraulic clutches work somewhat similar. Basically, it's pushing fluid out, and it's pushing down and opening your clutch. So that way, obviously it's disengaging your clutch. So both of these were seized up. The cylinders would not move. So they were completely stuck inwards. So this lever basically was just free floating here. I opened it up, sprayed some fluid down there, and then I worked it left to right a bunch of times and got it to free up. And then I filled it and bled the system. Same with the front brakes, and then the rear brakes I had to actually just bleed the system, and those worked good. That one wasn't seized up. So I have a new fuel pump on its way, thanks to a good buddy of mine, Jason from RFP. That's Ride Faster Pussy, if you didn't know. That dude hooked me up with the fucking fuel pump, which is super dope. I got this battery that I've had laying around. I threw that in there. For now, I took the fuel pump out of my bike, out of my Goldwing, and put it in this one. I'm going to put the new one either in my Goldwing, my main Goldwing, or I'm going to put it in I'm gonna put it in this one and take my fuel pump out and put it back in my Goldwing. So we'll see what happens there. When I started it and ran it, it was leaking some fuel out of this little vacuum generator right here. Basically what that is when the motor's running, it supplies vacuum to this little vacuum generator. What the vacuum generator does is it sucks fuel from the fuel pump and puts it into the motor. Pretty fucking simple, but it was leaking like a sieve. I did some hack job shit to kind of stop it from leaking. I don't know that it's gonna work for sure. I might have to end up buying a new one of those or a rebuild kit for that. So, which that shouldn't cost too much. I could do that pretty quick and easy. But let me give you a quick rundown on the bike real quick. I'll give you a quick walk around. I have some shit taken apart right here because I'm waiting for that shit to cure on the vacuum generator. Because basically I just plugged the hole. Not the right way to do it. Not the way I'd advise someone to do it if you're going to take this on the road and all that. But this is the Liberty Stunt Wing. So I don't give a shit because I'm going to fucking stunt ride it. I'm going to do my best to, make sure it lives to see another day. But as well, I'm going to fucking stunt ride it and beat the shit out of it. So here we go. I'm going to show you this guy right now. I know my garage is kind of a mess, but here she is. And I'm calling her obviously the Liberty Stunt Wing because it's American flag themed paint job, and then it has the declaration on it, which, if you know me, I fucks with this kind of shit. There she is. She does run okay right now. I'm hoping, obviously, as I run it some more, that it'll run a little bit better. I chopped the window up here, or the windscreen up here, because it was like fucking 6 foot tall, which is cool if you're going to be driving across country, like I have on my other bike. But for right now, we don't want it on this bike because this bike is the stunt bike. Next I have to do is cut the exhaust. Basically everything in between this angle. So what I want to start with is to be able to get the bike to wheelie and drag the rear bag. Eventually that's going to probably go a lot deeper, but for now that's what I'm looking at. So if I can, I'll tell you a little bit more about the bike and kind of what I want to do with it. The bike is a 92 Goldwing, so it is actually technically older than I am. I'm born in 94, so she's just a few years older than me, but she's going to do the job just right, hopefully. It was sitting in someone's yard for about 14 years, I believe, is what my buddy told me. About 14 years. She just sat and rotted for essentially just a fuel pump. Somebody could have literally just put a fuel pump in this thing fucking 14 years ago and they would have had a running bike the whole time. Because when I got it, it would not run, obviously. I pulled the fuel pump out, that thing was fucking smoked. I don't know if that was from sitting for so long or if that was the initial reason why they parked it, but I'm going to go ahead and say it was probably the initial reason why they parked it because these fuel pumps have a tendency to go out. Like, you almost want to just buy one and have one sitting on the shelf ready to go because they have a bad tendency to go out. So it probably was that. It probably was a fuel pump. Somebody just fucking put it out in the yard and let it sit for like 14 years in Phoenix, Arizona. So very, very, very rough winters out there. And if you can tell, there's a lot of dry rot. So that's from that. What I plan to do with the bike, so I've seen a few guys do the off-road style Goldwing content. Sorry. I want to do on-road Goldwing content. So I ride a Dyna stunt bike, and what I kind of want to do with this is what somebody would do with a bagger. Fucking like a road glide or something like that. You know what I mean? I want to do wheelies on it, and I want to do rollers on it, and hopefully drifting it. Drifting, I believe, is going to be the hardest thing to do because the suspension is very soft. It is a very fucking heavy bike. It's almost 900 pounds. And it doesn't really have much of a lean angle. But I mean, they do it on the road glide, so I think I could manage to figure out something with this. I don't know why I recently just got into Goldwings. I think they're fucking super dope bikes, and yeah, so I just kind of started doing Goldwing shit. I seen the dudes doing the off-road Goldwing shit, and those dudes are like killers on fucking dirt bikes and, you know, like all that shit. So I'm like, well, fuck it. Nobody's doing on-road Goldwing shit, so why not me? So that's my goal. Hopefully it fucking works out. And we'll see. But that will sum it up for the vlog today. Next week when we come back, we'll be doing some chopping on the rear fender and hopefully riding this fucking thing. That's my goal for the next video, is to be on and riding this fucking thing. So we shall see. But alright guys, have a good one. Alright guys, it's the next day. I put a little silicone on that vacuum generator, and it seems to be holding. We won't know until we really get out and ride it, but today will be the day. So far it's not leaking. I just ran it for probably like 5 or 10 minutes, but so far it's not leaking. So yeah, other than that, I want to cut a little bit off the rear end for like doing wheelies and shit. You know, obviously I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this fucking thing up. It's got a really old rear tire. The front tire is super sun rotted and cracked. I mean, they're both holding air, so I'm just going to kind of run it, say fuck it, hope for the best. But yeah, so we'll see if I can get this thing to fucking do some wheelies today. I'm gonna probably end up having to stand both on the back seat and like really bump it, put a lot of bump into the back seat, and then just throw my foot forward on the brake. Is what I believe I'm gonna have to do to get this thing up, but we will find that out. We'll find that out later. Hopefully later today. Yeah, I guess let's just start cutting shit. It's gonna get interesting. So my plan here is to cut the tip off of this. The plan here is to cut the tips off of these. Actually, let me show you. Because here is my idea. if you look at the rest of the bike, you'll see it's going at this angle here. So I think if I cut it right about there. So I want to cut the tips off of those and just cut a little bit off this back area. So that way I can drag the top bag up there in a wheelie. Like I said, no idea if I'm even going to be able to get it up today, but we'll see. I know they do wheelies. I had my buddies who built my Square One performance pipe for my other Goldwing. Them two together on the bike were able to get it to wheelie. So it should wheelie. Should. Alright, enough lollygagging. Let's get this bitch cut. I need some safeties. 1 second. Pipes in there. The blade's a little short, it's been used already, so it's not really getting as deep as I want, but oh yeah, there we go, bud. Come off eventually. All right. One tip down. One tip to go, and then a bunch of plastic. I'm hoping that shit won't be too hard. Definitely gonna have to do this cage right here as well. All right, let's do the same to the other side. Make some adjustments to the camera. All right. I'm gonna get a. Oi, are you watching, bud? I'm just gonna get a hammer. Tired of this shit. This one I do. Tips off. See if it made any difference. Noise. A little bit. Nothing crazy. Okay, now we need to figure out some other shit. Lights to pop out because I want to save some shit. Because I have another gold link, so I don't want to just destroy everything. Let's see if these lights pop out right here. That's definitely it. I had it sitting out, thank God. Plug for a trailer. It's cool. I want to at least keep the fucking taillights. All right. Cut some of this frame out. Enjoy that. Can't really get my grinder in the right spot, dude. Just gonna use a mud flat. I think all this is gonna probably get scraped off. I'm gonna cut some of this. Cutting plastic with the grinder sucks. Damn! That was nice. Honestly, I'm pretty fucking stoked on it. So far, so good. I don't think we've cut the bags enough. No, I still don't think we cut the bags enough, but at least when we get it up and wheelie it, it'll start to wear into the bags, and maybe we can just get it all fucking nice and smooth by doing wheelies. How you're supposed to. So, I kind of want to take it down the street and see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, guys. We took the Goldwing for a spin. We ran out of gas. I had to walk all the way home. I got the gas can. I got the Harley Davidson Stasic. And Cash is rolling with me on the pink chopper. Let's fucking do it, baby. Operation Rescue Goldwing. Immense. Alright. Loaded up the bikes in the bags. Got the gas in the bike, and we're on the way, baby. Let's fucking do it. Cash, what you think? Was that fun? Yeah.
Alright, so we were able to do some rollers, but the front tire is so old it doesn't want to stay planted, so it keeps trying to wash out on me. But stay tuned, because in the next video, we swap out some tires and do some more rollers and learn how to drift.